Hello everybody and welcome back. This is MarkGamingShark. I have recently just gotten a new headset, so if sound quality is slightly improved, that is the reason. Today we are playing Cities Skylines that I picked up over the Steam Summer Sale. As you can see, I've been hard at work preparing this entire city here for you. Um, just for this video series. This is going to be probably a 10-part video series. This is going to be a City Skylines guide to 1 million people. As you can see right now, I have 102,780 people in this entire city right now. And we are constantly growing faster and faster. I have not seen many people, especially on YouTube, go much farther past roughly around 80,000. But here we are definitely going to try for 1 million people. As you can see, we started out on the islands mostly because the islands are nice for mostly pollution, and as you can see right here, it's a pain in the butt with pollution for people getting sick, and you can see how many hospitals I have throughout the city. But on the island, it's not, well, just the island map itself is not that bad. So, as you can see here, my budget, this is basically how I have it laid out currently. As you can see, the hospital's taking a huge chunk of my money right there. Not so much into these unique buildings, for tourists or whatever. Not really getting too much out of them. You may get like 100 people or so for each building if you're really lucky. Some may get like 10. So as you can see, the first one you probably will get is, of course, this one, Statue of Liberty. And as you can see, I've had this basically, within the first hour of playing the game. And as you can see here, in the last week, 11 visitors and 6. And it costs about $200,000. So it's really not that worth it to get it until you just start getting a whole bunch of excess money like I have right here. At one point I was up to about 4 million excess, but due to my garbage problem and how they were backing up and everything, it was mass death throughout the city. I lost almost half my people. I went from about 80,000 down to about 30,000. And that just lost everything. But to solve that issue, not only did I, of course, put more cranked. The only way this will become effective is if you actually have enough money. Even with loans, you can't do it. But you just crank your garbage and health, your hospitals and everything to max, and you will lose a ton of money at the start, but people will eventually start getting better, and then it will reverse it because you'll get more people back and you'll start getting more money, but you'll definitely lose like millions of dollars. I think I lost about $3 million trying to get that whole process back to where my city just did not fail. But also, to solve that issue as well, we have Trash Island. All you have on here is basically just a whole bunch of trash for people, so you're not around major buildings or anything. It's very useful to have it on this island system. As you can see, each one doesn't take up too much. They tend to fill up at the same amount, as you can see. And the reason is these are all placed at the same time, as well as these. And then I have a whole bunch of incineration plants around it. It's basically for tons of trash, using a lot. It doesn't use too many garbage trucks because it is on this island, but it definitely helps with the whole garbage issue because it will just send them all out, and you will not, have tons of awesome building space taken up by sick citizens that are just going to die anyway and lose money anyway. As you can see here, I am on the brink of my expansion right now. So I've almost filled everything, and I really need to get some more plots to go out through here. Once I get enough people, of course, to unlock the next tier. But I still have a little bit of building room here, as you can see on this part of the island. I have just a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it's really nice to put these. The main reason for these unique buildings are just tourist attractions. They're probably the best to make happiness around the area improve. I mean, you will have, you know, a whole bunch of, as you can see, just tons of parks and everything for people to go to. It'll be really nice for them. Public transportation's really nice. I do need to put quite a few throughout here to solve the traffic problem, as you'll be able to see right now. This is just the main city, the main roadway that was with it. So I bought, you know, whenever I bought the next part of the land, I just added to it. I didn't expand that road. These roads are a little bit bigger because they are the ones I put in personally. But as you can see, the traffic's getting built up, and it's not overall that bad, to be honest. As you can see on these city parts and little islands, it's near impossible to get into some traffic. But whenever you run into that main roadway is when you start getting, and then these people are just like slamming this one bridge. I don't know why. As you can see, I have 9 billion bridges just lined up, and they all like this little bridge right here. But as you can see, you know, quickest way between 2 points is a straight line. So I don't know, people maybe coming from over here want to take this bridge, and they just straight. Anybody from this area goes right here. As you can see, the inflows typically around these areas, but they're just, and then they book off to this direction. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because I do have a lot of unique buildings over here, and then you have just the airport right here, which is nice, right beside the main roadway. So hopefully they're not clipping cars as they come straight through there. It'd be hilarious if they were. I'd really love to see that, if you could like zoom in enough and just see them like take out random cars. That's a mod. Somebody make it. Go. As you can see, this is another little island. It's really important to have education. As you can see, it improves basically everything in your city. You may not think it's useful, but education is definitely very important for people. As you can see, they're not too happy throughout the university, at least in this region, but nobody cares about them up in that area. But I have a huge amount of capacity for the university, so I don't feel comfortable wasting money to build one of those. As you can see, most of mine does go into just plain out health, because you definitely need tons of hospitals, tons of cemeteries, and crematories. And the good thing about them is they make everybody happy, and you don't just tick everybody off. But in this area, I mean, we have a crematory right here, but these people do not seem to be liking it too much overall. I don't know if they're just like, if this is the ghetto part of my city, because everybody apparently dies in this location, and then this was the little start out square of my island right here. So as you can see, we have a nice grid base going on. It's really nice to set up that way. As you can see, my water system is the exact same way. Really nice and set up. Tons of treatment plants, everything. So that is more important even than trash. If your sewage gets built up, people will start dying left and right. So you need to make sure that is at max at all cost. Water availability, also really nice to have. Doesn't really need to be max though. Power most definitely needs to be pretty high on your list. Just recently got done building this nice big dam right here. It actually generates a ton of power for me. It fluctuates between, you know, this 336 and up to about 415 megawatts. And that's was only built there not for this little trash island or anything like that, but whenever we eventually get enough people to expand, we'll be moving to this huge island right here. Piece. Tons of forestry. It's going to be really nice. Tons of land we can build on. We're going to have a nice railway going through there, which we also have going right through here, as you can see. Which brings in a good amount of supplies to your city as well. It's really nice to have those and cargo ships to, you know, get that supply that your city needs for both the convenience stores and the industry as well. Offices don't really need it too much, but definitely the industry. Which industry, for one of the, you know, icons throughout here, actually requires you to have like 10,000 blocks of, or 10,000 buildings of industry, which is very difficult to uphold if you don't have enough supply. So you'll need to start, you know, monitoring off different locations to get enough supply into the city, as well as, you know, railway roads and cargo ships, bringing in those supplies from everywhere. Have done tons of different ships as well, but we're constantly, as you can see throughout this video, we are getting more and more people, and we are on the slowest setting, just so nothing drastic happened and everything blew up at once. But as you can see, these people, you know, just flashing up, a little bit of sick, they eventually will get cured. That's not too much to worry about. Whenever you start seeing these red ones is when you may be a little bit concerned, but depending on if you're using just normal buildings or these bigger high-density residential zone ones, that depends on the time it will actually take for the ambulance to actually get there and get the people and everything. As you can see, we are constantly working there. Hopefully, we'll actually get enough people in this small chunk of land here, as well as here, and this little area, to be able to buy the next part of land. If not, we will have to start destroying some of the other zones. Probably these industry zones, they're not really doing too great for me. As you can see, I've started to knock out. I used to have an industry district in this little area, but they're not that great for me. I don't really care about that monument. I mean, you do need certain monuments in order to get the like mega monuments, which are really nice. But we will probably knock these out, and then we can worry about that issue as we expand with more land, especially in this huge area. We'll have tons and tons of just land mass. Probably not the smartest idea to, you know, buy these huge chunks of just water. Like, this is one square right here. This was that one piece of land I had in that chunk, but I wanted to be able to expand to the ocean, because it's really nice. And hopefully we'll get that done, and we will see you guys in the next video. And I will start recording these in intervals, of course, of 100,000 in this 10-part series. So once I get up to 200,000 people, you will all see the next video. And I hope this helped. If you guys have any questions about the game or how to set up in different locations, any buildings, what's the best methods, feel free to leave a comment. You can like and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys next time.